SVL Free News and Views for Friday, October the 12th. We're here experiencing that. I'm actually recording this on Thursday. This is the tail end of Hurricane Michael, or now Tropical Storm Michael, which is barreling through Statesville and Iredell County, along with the rest of North Carolina. So if everybody out there is staying safe. Also want to send our thoughts and prayers to all those folks in Florida and Georgia who got the brunt of the storm. Just a devastating time down there near Panama City and Mexico Beach. So if you haven't seen the pictures, it really is very bad. And I'm sure there'll be opportunities for us to give back to those folks down there. I want to thank our sponsors, Mitchell College, Randy Marion, Piedmont Healthcare, Blue Harbor Bank, Fast Fields, Key to Escape, the Escape Room, Statesville Family YMCA, and Crossroads Cycling. Not a good day to ride a bike today, but I'm sure over the weekend it will be. Also, coming up this weekend is your opportunity to go see a fabulous musical review put on by Theater Statesville called Smokey Joe's Cafe. I had my interview on Wednesday with Amanda Pauley, who was the director of that. So you have this weekend and next weekend to do that. And of course, we're glad the storm is coming through this weekend, because next weekend, of course, is the 45th edition of Carolina Balloon Fest. Okay, I'm up here at the Clichy Inn right now, the bed and breakfast in beautiful downtown Statesville off of Front Street. And I want to, I had an interview with Karen Abercrombie, who was starred in the movie War Room, and she's here making her newest movie, Just Grace. It was filmed here in the Clichy Inn. Also, it's going to be filmed at the Up Room and some other locations here in Statesville. So I wanted to talk to her about what it takes to produce, write, and direct a movie. She's the co-director. She's producing the movie, and she's also the writer, and she's starring in the movie. So let's take a listen to what Karen has to say about what it takes to film and produce a movie, and right here in Statesville and Iredell. Hey everybody, this is Brian About Town. I'm here in beautiful downtown Statesville at the Clichy Inn, and I'm here with somebody you might recognize, Karen Abercrombie. Karen,
yes. And
she was a star in the movie War Room.
Yes, I played Miss Clara, the 80-year-old prayer warrior.
Well, you don't look 80 years old.
Well, I'm glad about that.
No, that's very good. But you're here in town filming Just Grace.
Yes.
So tell us, what is Just Grace?
It's just a wonderful story about grace, about healing and forgiveness. A woman that needs to forgive someone very close to her that hurt her really badly in order to move on with her life. And she finds healing in a place she never ever imagined she would be. So it's a wonderful story, you know.
Well, we're going to look forward to seeing it. And I know that, you know, I think that maybe there's some tones in that, what you're talking about. We need that in this country right now.
Oh yeah, we need some
especially
serious,
after
yes. Yeah,
we won't go down too far down that road, but I think the idea of grace in this point of trying
grace
to get
and healing and coming together.
That's
My
right.
goodness,
That's
yes.
right. So you are the director, the writer, and producer.
Well, I'm a co-director. I wrote the original story, and then I brought an amazing screenwriter on with me to write this version of the story, and she's also co-directing, because since I'm starring, I can't be everywhere at every time.
So tell me, when you start the production of a movie, you've got the script in front of you. Are you one of those that when something feels like you need to change it on, you know, en route, do you change some of the lines?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. We are always respectful of the other actors who have learned their lines. But if there's something that comes up and we need to tweak it a certain way to make it better, because the story continues to grow really inside you, and many times right off of that page. So yes, we do, to answer your question.
So there are times when as you film, you get ideas and you kind of enhance the production.
My goodness, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, so what's the biggest challenge of directing?
In this case, like I said, I've got a wonderful co-director working with me, but it's my first time directing, and so that's one of the reasons I needed to have a co-director too, because I've been used to being in front of the camera, you know, as an actress. So things are quite different behind the scenes. So I'm performing and learning and putting what I'm learning to into motion at the same time. So it's a challenge, but it's been amazing because I've surrounded myself with some incredible people. I'm blessed to have them beside me, girding me and encouraging me. So,
you know, I've done some acting on stage, and of course we go from start to finish, but in a movie you may be filming a scene that's at the end of the movie first.
Yes.
Is that hard to do?
It can be, but being a professional, you've got to know where you're going, your end goal, and just be ready. So in an ideal situation, yeah, you go from the very beginning to the very end, but like you said, that is very rarely the case. So, but we train so that we can get into character and put ourselves in that moment, the time that we need to be there. So
how often do you take a character with you after the movie's over? In other words, is there some of Miss Clara in you?
Yeah, I believe there is. I believe that all characters are somewhere running around in you, and you just relate to their situation.
And how different is your character in this film than Miss Clara?
Oh, very different, very different. Miss Clara was an 80-year-old woman. I'm playing close to myself, to my age. Completely different situation. Okay. Yeah, very different. Okay. Very different.
And tell us, one kind of wrapping up here, from start to finish, from the time you put the first word on the paper until the time you anticipate being finished with this project, how long do you think that will take?
You know what? Sometimes you can write a story and it'll sit on your shelf for years. Sometimes it will never leave your shelf. But this was something that kept coming up in my spirit. It's time to do it right now. Some of the situations in here come from my life, like the teens here at a group home. My husband and myself, we had been foster parents for many years, you know, and I feel for a lot of the older kids, the kids we have here are teens, because people want to paint them with a brush. They've been in a little bit of trouble. They have no value. They're no good. When that is not the case. That is not the case at all. So it's always been important for me to be able to do something for them outside of having them in my house. So if I can wake up a heart or open a heart to want to care for someone outside of their home who may have had a rough coming up, then I've accomplished part of what I set out to do with this story.
Well, we feel grace. We feel grace here that you're here in Statesville.
I'm grateful to be here. It's beautiful here in Statesville. Well, people have been warm and lovely, and this place is perfect.
It's perfect. And we hope we'll have a red carpet opening here at some point.
That would be wonderful.
Down there, and you'll be back next year for the film festival, I hope.
I will.
Okay.
I will.
So that's once again Just Grace. And go back and see some of our other movies, War Room and others. So
yes, absolutely.
I feel honored. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you,
Karen.
You're beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, folks. So there you have it. Thank you, Karen, for allowing me to talk with you a little bit about your new movie, Just Grace, is coming out, and we'll keep you up to date when that movie is released so you can see it. And I've invited her to come back to have a little premiere here. Hope she'll do that in the future. So I want to thank Lori Drury with Cliche Inn for allowing me to come up here and stay dry under her porch here as we watch Tropical Storm Michael barrel on through the area. So everybody out there, stay safe, and if you haven't done it yet, go to SVLfreenews.com and sign up for your email edition, which comes out every morning at 5 a.m. We'll keep you up to date on all things Iredell County. Also, a little teaser, we're coming out with a new show with Sheriff Darren Campbell, and I'll be posting that on Sunday, so be on the lookout for that. So stay safe, have a good weekend, and remember to get your ticket for Balloon Fest and also Smoky Joe's Cafe. We'll see you on Monday.